Half door, hall door, hither, thither, day and night. Study that house. So you have come this path before? Moonlight falls upon the path. Shadow of a cloud upon the house. And that's symbolical. Study that tree. Silly old man. Stand there and look. Because there's someone in that house. Nobody here. There's somebody there. The door's gone, the window's gone, and where there should be roof, there's sky. There's a bit of an eggshell thrown out of a jackdaw's nest. The souls in purgatory, they come back to old habitations and familiar spots. Your wits are out again. Relive their transgressions. And not once, but many times. They know at last the consequences of these transgressions, whether upon others or upon themselves. If upon others, others may bring help. The consequence is at an end. The dream must end. There is no help but from themselves and in the mercy of God. Talk to the jackdaws if you must. Stop. Sit there upon that stone. That is the house where I was born. House that was burnt down. Looked at him and married him, and he squandered everything she had. What's right and wrong? My granddad got the girl and the money. She never knew the worst because she died giving birth to me. But now she knows all, being dead. Great people lived and died in the house long ago. Men that fought at the Ogham and the Boyne. But he killed the house. To kill a house where great men grew up, married, died, I here declare a capital offense. My God, but you had luck. Grand coal, clothes, and maybe even a grand horse to ride, that he might keep me at his level. He never sent me to school. A Catholic curate taught me Latin, books make fine by 18th century binding, books old, modern and ancient, books by the ton, books by the dozen. The education have you given me? I have given you the education that befits a bastard that was begot on a tinked daughter by a peddler in a ditch. When I had come to 16 years old, my father had burnt down the house when drunk. Everything was burnt. Books, library, everything. All was burnt. But that's my age, 16 years old, at the Puck Fair. True. Is that what I've heard upon the road of truth? That you killed him in the burning house? I stuck him with a knife. The knife that cuts my dinner now. After that, I left him in the fire. Listen to the hoofbeats. Listen. Beat, beat. This is the night of my mother's anniversary. Of the night wherein I was begotten. I cannot hear a sound. Do not let him touch you. It is not true that drunken men cannot beget. And you must bear his murderer. Deaf. Both deaf. If I should throw a stick or a stone, they would not hear. There's nothing here but an empty gap in the wall. You have made it all up. That's proof that my wits are out. And can she renew the sexual act and still find no pleasure in it? Not. If pleasure and remorse both be there, which is the greater? No. You are mad. You're getting madder. Every day. I lack schooling. Go fetch Tertullian. He and I will ravel out the problem, whilst these two lie upon the mattress, begetting me. Back! Come back! And so you thought you'd slip away, my bag of money between your fingers? You have never given me my right share. Young as you are, you would have spent it upon drink. I had a right to spend it as I chose. Give me the bag, and no more words. I will not. I will not. I will break your fingers. What if I killed you? You killed my granddad because he was old and you were young. Now I am young and you are old. And yet she should have known he was not her kind. What are you muttering? The window is lit up because my father has come to find a glass for his whiskey. He stands there like some tired beast. My God, the window is lit up and somebody stands there, although the floorboards are all burnt away. The beast there would know nothing, being nothing. If I should kill a man underneath his window, he wouldn't even notice. A dead, living, murdered man. Body that was a bundle of bones before I was born. Horrible, horrible. Son, with the same jackknife. To tell, or not to tell, causes pain. Whichever way I turn, irks me the same. When first the gods, their fatal strife began, others to crush in the bud his swelling majesty, the Titans, sons of primal heaven and earth, his swelling majesty, sought my counsel. My gentle mother Themis, and earth, one shape of many names, prophetic told, that violence and rude strife were vain, craft might happily prevail. Ordain, scarce with contempt, to hear my prudent words. I deemed it best to accept those proffered friendship. By my counsels was Kronos hurled. Such was the kindness that me received by him who now doth hold Macedon of heaven. These the rewards of my great zeal, and so it hath been ever. Suspicion's disease grieves the tyrants, and they who love most are first suspected. Listen to the traffic. Sounds like a river. I love rivers. I love the way they just go where they want to, whenever they want. It wouldn't stop. And one day, I stopped. I'd stopped the river. That night it rained.
rained all night long. In the morning, I went out to sea. My dam had all busted to shit.
You don't know what life is like for me here. You just don't know. You know, that's what it's like when you love somebody. It changes you. I saw this little blue thing out of the corner of my eye, but I wasn't really paying attention, and I swept it up, and I threw it away. The very next morning, Annabelle comes down the stairs with one of her dolls, with a blue shoe missing. And she asked me if I knew where it was. I told her I didn't. I mean, it wasn't really lying because I wasn't sure, but I did lie. And now, I think about that lie all the time. So when you came here with these little tiny paper shoes, they were not just nothing, they were something. I had to do something with them. So I put them in the stove and I turned it on high heat. I tell you, first girl I had, I began when I was 16. She was a schoolmaster's daughter over in Overton. Pretty. Beautiful, really. I read like a house on fire for her. I read everything but everything. We talked about everything. We talked our way from Persepolis to Timbuktu. We were the most literary, cultured people in 10 counties. Serpent in the grass was sex. Then I took on with a school teacher who had just done an affair with a married man, caused a scandal. Nearly caused a scandal. She was a demon. She was older than me. White skin, played the fiddle. She loved everything about love, except for the sex. I loathed all that. I wanted a woman who wanted me, and wanted it. You know, I'm just about 21. I'm fed up with this other girl. Back comes Brooke, with airs and grace and a sort of bloom about her, that sort of sensual bloom you sometimes see on a woman on a trolley. I nearly went out of my mind. I gave up my job at Butterley because I thought I was a weed boy then, and took on as overhead backsmith in Teversham, shoeing horses mostly. Just a pure woman. You'd taken all the life out of me. And she wanted me and made no bones about it. That is what I wanted. So that's what I did. I fucked her like I couldn't. And she began to despise me for it. Being so pleased about it. Bringing her breakfast in bed in the morning sometimes. Came back on her like a raving necessity. The part, the very tip-top of her beak, the part that rubbed and tore. Leanna couldn't stand it. We slept apart. I hated her. She hated me. My God, how she hated me before she had the child. Often think she conceived the child out of hate.